Coming in from the cold. Hey, look at out there. Can everybody see the snow? I mean, it's snowing. Like, when I look in there, I don't see, like, the actual snowflakes, but maybe you can. It's a little blown out. But you know what time it is? It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. eBay reseller news now with Primo, Kimo, Spam Banshee, and Pokey. Aloha, everybody. I am Primo Kimo, and this is eBay reseller news now. Ooh, that was a mouthful. Welcome, everybody, to eBay reseller news now on a Tuesday. I have some very important things to discuss with you all once we get started here, as far as the future of what the heck we're doing here. Aloha, everybody. All right. Whoop, whoop. Sal's Mercado, Amy, Nesbitt, Mark, B-Dog, Steve Nash, Jacqueline, and Rose, all in the house. One more triple horn. So after this weekend, we had a major interesting meltdown this weekend, which was first of all, although we have professed to not ever purchase anything at all ever, because we're just selling our giant hoard, all of a sudden we just have this big giant pile of Apple stuff dropped in our lap, and that was like, it went with a really crazy good weekend in sales and a crazy good deal. And I was like, okay, so maybe it's not always just eBay. Maybe it's I'm guessing it's some like major religious figures, Santa Claus, and some other like just good spiritual chunks of the universe are aligning, and then maybe it's just planets. I don't know. I'm not into spiritual stuff, but I mean, astrological spiritual stuff, I just like to be nice. That's my thing. So, aloha, everybody. Motorcycle Dog is here too. Biff Boffo, 6x6. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the numbers, because the people that get annoyed that I talk too much and then don't go on the numbers, let's just look at that really quick and get those out of the way, because I think they're kind of fun and a little bit telling. This weekend was crazy. 21 items to ship out between this store and the other store over the weekend. So that is just nuts. It's not nuts, but I mean, it's regular. So it's kind of regular, like the olden days regular, where every weekend on Monday or Tuesday in this case, we'd be shipping out 20 items, 26 items, something like that over a weekend. Our weekday sales were a little slower, but our weekend sales would just be like boom, 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 constant. So now when we're looking at the numbers here, this is from December 1st through today, just because I like to show this little chunk where I was doing the nuclear reset every single day before the big fall of December 9th, where they kind of halved the external site views according to these charts. And if you just look at this, if you can see these, you probably can't. But if you're looking at total page views, once you hit right here, you're seeing they're up 226%. Or total, let's see, page views, 194 up, 341% up, 236% up. So if you're looking at these, also they're running at around the 745 page views a day, 807 page views per day, 743 page views. On December 9th, they just went chop, and they kind of chopped that external site view. The first day was down to 564. So 564, almost a 200 page view drop there. I'm not paying for any promotion, so I'm not paying for anything. So I guess they owe me nothing. So anyway, as you can see, this trajectory here just goes down, down. So by here, you see 22% down on total page views. This just precipitously drops. Just red numbers, until this Saturday when I did a live this Saturday, and I was like, what the holy heck is going on? The banana train came into town, and people are buying deep cut, weird, kind of not great items or whatever. They were just buying weird stuff. And I was so excited about that. We ended up with a great weekend. And if you can see here, now I'm looking at this, as of Saturday, which is Saturday was the 13th. The 13th, I have a spike in both impressions and page views. I don't know why. I shared with you my store on Saturday. Are these page views just from people coming from YouTube and looking at my stuff? Maybe. However, what would indicate the impressions are also spiking with the matching page views? So impressions went up too. Now, you wouldn't have created impressions if you're coming from offsite. The offsite views aren't particularly up, so I don't think it was YouTube people. I think that something triggered on Saturday, some just little thing happened. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe, and we seem to be, after 3 days, going in a bigger direction. My offsite views are down still, but my organic views are growing. Can't tell you why that is. Can't tell you why. But it's good. So I want to get into the other thing that happened this weekend. Aloha, everybody. Welcome. So this weekend, I did a reset on whatever day. So Saturday is when I noticed the big mess in my store where the numbers weren't lining up. I had 696 items in the store, but I had listed 2,001 items. We talked about it. Jora Jaha was very, very sweet and actually went into my categories and counted up all the items that were listed in my store from the categories. Well, imagine that. It turned out to be 2001. So we know that it's not. Oh, I don't know if it was 2001. What was it, sweetie? Do you remember? You don't remember. Oh, by the way, hold on. Let me get out of this. Let's go big. There. That's Spam Banshee's top of her head. Can you see it right there? See her right there? She's in the apple pile. Here. I'll move this. Hopefully this precariously balanced Jenga of Apple items don't fall backwards on top of you, sweetheart. I hope you don't die during this live. Oh, wait a minute. I got new sounds, too. How about this? Yeah, I got that. It's true. What else did I get? Oh, yeah. Is James here yet? These are the James sound effects. I got those to plug in at the appropriate times. Aloha, everybody. Look at everybody in the house. Aloha. Everybody is here. Good Karma Antiques. So you are also selling some weird deep cuts, I was calling them. So I had 21 sales to ship out today between my two stores. The second store is like irrelevant, but it's just junk, but we're going to be filling it with better junk. You can go look at it if you want. It's called Junk Drawer Empire. Fine, that's fine. I gave it away, Bridget. Are you sad? I mean, I just said your name. I'm giving everything away. Sorry. I have to calm down. 2:30 in the morning. I mean, 2:30 in the afternoon. And I had to drink some coffee right before the show. And now I am shot out of a cannon. My mouth is going too fast. Okay, so back up. Oh, look at this. We have a rewind sound, too. I am backing up to the purpose from this weekend about how I solved the mystery of the missing or too many items in your store. So we had a problem. This is caused, I believe, by End and Sell Similar. There is nothing wrong. So Josh, I don't know if Josh Galt's in here. The first 10 days of this year were awful for everybody. So also, if you look at this, if you look at the sales here, right here, you can see the sales desert right here. So, excuse me, in between roughly January 1st and January 12th or whenever I said this thing happened, right? This weekend, Saturday, it was just pretty much dead. And these are three items. I had 0 sales days, 3 of them in that one 10-day period. It's not the end and sell similar that did it to you. eBay did something. It has nothing to do with end and sell similar. However, end and sell similar is causing an issue with the number of items in your store, not with visibility of items in your store. This is what I found out. If I should go, how do I want to demonstrate this? So basically, when you do a nuclear reset, when you end all the items in your store, every single one of them, they go to the ended items page. Now, when I relist them, I do leave some items. I leave both, this is just for edification. I leave both items with, many items with watchers, every item with offers out. That's just important. And keep the watchers, just because sometimes watchers aren't sellers, and you want to keep those because they might become a sale, obviously. So when I relist items, I do 2,000 items in about 15 minutes. I just go 200 items, lower the price by 1%, sell similar. And I do 10 pages in quick succession. And what I noticed is, ever since the day before on Friday, when I got not a Vero, but it just took down Scorpion's Virgin Killers cassette, that Virgin Killers cassette sits in my ended items. So let's look at that really quick. It sits in here as a big red mark that I can't get rid of. And I'm supposing, Tommy Bernard Broadcast, I'm not guessing this is the real thing. I'm just posing a possibility that because I have this item in here, it's an easy way for eBay to keep track of the fact that I had this it's not a takedown. It's nothing weird. Well, it is a takedown, right? I guess it's called a takedown. Here are all my items that are ended from my last nuclear reset. They're all still here. And if I go to somewhere around $20 and something, you will see the Virgin Killers cassette in here. And it will have a big red stripe on it. Let's see, is it here? And that is signifying that it was taken down. And there's no way to get it out of your ended listings. There's a little box next to it. Oh, there it is. So you see it here, right here? Virgin Killers. So, oops, sorry. Virgin Killers right here in the ended listings. It has this box, it's grayed, so I can't do anything. I can't delete it out of here. I'll never list it again. That's okay. No big deal. But I can't remove it from here. It's here for 90 days. It's here for 90 days. So what I noticed on Saturday was the day after this takedown happened, it messed up my store numbers because I was listing them very quickly. When I went to go look at my store, it was clear that they weren't listing as fast as I was listing them. It was taking a second. So I'm wondering if I'm put into some sort of queue to have every single one of my new items looked at by AI before they go up, as opposed to the queue that I was in before, which is that I could put up any item I wanted, and maybe AI would check it later. Okay, but in this particular case, that Virgin Killers was taken down on my previous nuclear reset immediately. So I feel like I was already in some sort of AI, or they had just turned on some sort of AI to look at your listings before they go on eBay, as opposed to the older way, which was look at them after, which is probably, I think that's an advancement. It's magical. So that is, I don't know if this Virgin Killer being in my store really is the trigger point, but it could be some sort of a trigger point saying that if it sees one of these things, I don't know what it would do, but if your account saw this, that you have this policy violation, this might be a way of keeping track of it. It most certainly will keep track of it in your own head that you blew it by listing a perfectly reasonable cassette that has a alternative cover that is completely inappropriate and pretty gross, to be realistic about it. So this will never be listed again. So this just sits there in your account, and there's nothing you can do about that for 90 days, then it will fall off. So what I did on Saturday is I ended all my items. Or Sunday. Did I let it go all Saturday? Maybe. Sunday, then I think I did it on Saturday. I ended my whole store. I'm like, we got to clean this up. I can't wait another day. I need to make sure. I need to see if I can affect change. Here's what I did. I listed 200 items. So I ended all my items. I listed the first 200. They did not show up in my store. My store was 0. I got my store down to 0. Clean slate. I listed 200. They did not show up. About 7 minutes later, I saw a few show up. And then within 20 minutes, all 200 had showed up at my store because I'm in some sort of AI queue that's looking at my items before they're listing. This I am positive about. You can't make me not think that unless I read the comments in a second, and then I don't believe it at all. So this is, I think this is new. I think they're now doing a pre-look at your items before they go up. At least they are for me. Maybe because I got this scorpion thing, although the scorpion thing was the only takedown I've ever had in forever that I could even remember. And they took that down the second I listed it. So I think they introduced a new tool, a new background pre-authorization of your listings before they go on eBay as opposed to after. Anyway, so then I just waited for 200 items to show up. Then I did my next 200. It took way longer. It took about an hour for each 200. But in the end, instead of showing too few items, I showed 70 too many items. Now, when you use the tool online, which is called eBay duplicates, store duplicates, boink, you can see, you can go to ISDN Tech, which is isdntech.com. Put in your store right here at the top. If you don't, probably a lot of you already know about this because some of you have had this thing going on for months. And you put this in here, it will show you all your duplicates. Anyway, I mean, I don't know why I don't have to do this, but it'll take a second. And it will show you the duplicates. Now, when I looked at my duplicates that were in there on that Saturday morning, after I did the secondary reset, and even before, and when I only had 696 showing in my store, there were duplicates in there. There was a couple of duplicates, and I was like, no, that can't be. And there wasn't, because if you clicked on one of them, it was still for sale. If you clicked on the other one, it was an ended listing. So it's having some sort of like, I want to attribute it to like it's fragmented. So there's something fragmented in eBay's dealing with the store, and it's a known bug. And I think everyone knows it's a known bug, and it has to do with showing the right numbers. That has to do with fragmentation. And it's probably such an arduous and huge task that looks like we actually sold one of these. Look at that. Nice. These are not duplicated, and you'll see I actually put a little dot. So sometimes if you have two similar items, I put like number 2 or something. I'm trying this new system where I just put a period at the end of the second one. I got this idea from that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where they're cloned. I can't remember what the name is. It's The Sixth Day. And if you pull down your eyelid, you have a dot that shows you how many times you've been cloned. So that's what I do here. So if there's two, the original one has no dot, then the second one and the third one has 2 dots. And so you know how long you've been cloned. So none of these are duplicates. These are actually just, I have 2 of the exact same item listed. So this is a good tool to do that. But rest assured, no, your items are all are all searchable. And if you see a duplicate they're not really duplicates. But they do not necessarily show in your storefront. This happens during the end and sell similar process. I don't know what it's not important. It doesn't do anything bad. It's not killing your sales, at least from my point of view. And I think Josh Galt also had this, he was very concerned that his end and sell similar process had hurt his store. But you can go and watch videos from eBay directing you. You must end and sell similar every 30 days. They're saying refresh those items or they will not be seen. eBay instructing you. Go watch it for sure. I can show it to you, but I'm not going to. Go do your own homework, please. Don't make me do it. I hate homework. But anyway, they do tell you for every 30 days for sure you're supposed to end and sell similar, or you may relist your item. But I believe that end and sell similar with a few little tweaks to your auction gives you a brand new thing. It's much better than relisting. I think that's my diatribe for today. Let's go check out the comments. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to help us, Doc. We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas.
All right, everybody is here. I'm way back. I'm going to try to catch up on these commentaries. Miss shipping 20 items on Mondays. Yes, it's really cool. Really cool. Super like, oh, gross, I have to ship 20 items today. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Love yourself. Love your items. And I did. This morning I made sweet love to my, no, I did not. No, sorry, I just had to say that. I was very excited to be shipping a whole bunch of annoying packages. But see now, because we don't ship big things, it's like, CDs, or because I'll actually show you. I found a cool new way while looking at my ended items at eBay to show you some of my items that I've sold where it doesn't show the buyer's name and stuff. And that's in the ended item listings. A new thing I found out. Everybody else knows everything. I'm a big dummy. It takes me a while. Sorry. I noticed recently weird stuff selling, and that has been in my inventory for so long. Good Karma Antiques. Yes, absolutely. It's your light blue organic views that are most important. If you isolate them, the pattern will emerge. Okay, let's just look at that really quick because you're right, and I didn't do that. So check this out. Check this out. Okay, isolate. Let's get rid of these babies. Pop. Pop goes the weasel. Yeah, not impressive. I'm not going to do that. I don't like that. That doesn't look that great. I like this one that shows you the going down and then going up again. If I look at organic views, it's... Well, here, yes. So external site views, you can see these just dropping off because they're trying to charge you for them. Don't try to argue with me and tell me that's not why these are going down. They gave them to you, and then they're taking them away slowly so they can charge you for them. That seems completely like what happened, because why wouldn't it? But somebody's going to say that's not what happened. But it is. You can't make me think otherwise. Unless you do. Twist my arm. So, okay, the emerging pattern without the prior time period, though. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, yeah, there it is. I like it. Okay. Biff, I found a way to make it look good in my eyes, which was by removing the prior time period nonsense. I hate that line there. So now you can see that this page views are matching with these impressions from the last 3 days that are starting this incline back up, which is, and then sales are following accordingly. Let's just say that. Okay. Cool. Thank you for making me look at that. My light blue organic corn chip. I don't know. I was thinking light blue organic corn chip is all I could read when I was originally reading that. Motorcycle, Jack is saying motorcycle dork getting killed on eBay. You're getting killed again, Jack? Come on. I felt like for sure that when I was noticing this change on Saturday, this like weirdness on Saturday where I was ungated. Let's use ungated because that's Amazon term. And sales just started going, look at chicka, not chicka. They went 21 sales. But for me, it's very chicka. That's very fast paced compared to last June when we had our best sales on eBay ever, not in December, 32 items in one day. And we were like, oh my gosh, we can't even survive. So we turned off dynamic ads at that point and never regained consciousness. But maybe we are starting to get somewhere, a little traction. This is hardly enough information to go on, but I like to be emotional about it and be excited. I'm sorry to hear that, though, Jack. So I don't know why. 100%, I couldn't agree with you more. James is here. If you got YouTube viewers clicking on items, that can cause your impressions to go up with that activity to those clicked on pages. Okay, well, fair enough. Maybe that's what happened on Saturday. And that I just didn't know how they would make impressions go up. I mean, sure, page views, but not impressions. But maybe. Ladybug, aloha, welcome. Organic views did the same thing also since Saturday. Thank you. Also, thank you and Spam for getting me off the promoted train. Well, you're welcome. I'm glad that's not saying it's for everybody, but if there is a unity perspective, that would be cool if we could reach some sort of like a leverage point where we had some leverage against the big beast, but I don't know if we do. At this point, we can just remain in our community here and try to just help people along, because things are so different. I got my Venn diagram of the different types of sellers, which I'm still trying to. It's so complicated because there's so many differences. But it's not a one fit. It's not a one size fits all process. So depending on what you sell and how you sell, and the fact that I'm more like, I've decided that I enjoy boutique-y. I'm very boutique. I'm a boutique operation as opposed to a high sell-through rate operation. And I like to envision my place like a moody, dark little store that smells like Nag Champa and has got like, you know, the guy from Gremlins over there smoking his little opium pipe. I want to be like that. But people who sell stuff, you know, with a high sell-through rate, maybe they're much more, it's a little brasher. You know, maybe you got a big warehouse with fluorescent lights. That's how I look at everything. I don't want to go to TJ Maxx. Don't make me. Gina, aloha, Gina. Hi, everyone. My sales were a lot less. See, this is some bull crap. You know, when people say that and you're like, are they just A-Bing us? Come on. Are they just turning one person on and not one person? Are they turning one big swath of people on and off because buyers are so lame that they have to do that? Just seesaw people. Seesaw. Jack says, Motorcycle Dork, Hey Fro is working on a video regarding the trickle-down effects from what they are doing right now. I'm working on some sales from Facebook 78 Market because you have to. Well, good luck with that. I hope you get some sales. I don't know why. I really felt like people all would be up because I just feel like we're sort of representative of the people who've been down. But I guess that's not always the case. And we have not, with the exception of a few items, we're still in this very scientific mode of replenishing our items, not necessarily just jamming it full of really good stuff. Although we are also at a point where we actually need to make some money this year. So we are going to just start wadding up awesome stuff, high sell-through rate items and vintage stuff like this. Like this Apple stuff, you can't not sell it. It can't not be sold. So that's, I don't even know what you'd call this. This is going to be gone in a week. Every piece will be gone within 1 week as soon as I list it. So what sell-through rate is that? Can people give me an answer for that? Because I've heard the sell-through rate from different people, and eBay's is 90, but like the rest of the world is 30. And then, so I just like to know. And then like, what do you think the sell-through rate of 10 days is in eBay terms? Money. Wait, I have to get down maybe James heard our, I love that. Actually, my first 2 days were good. Patricia says this. Patricia. See, my first 10 days were just pure shite. That is British pronunciation, so it's not illegal. Isn't that weird though? Because we're in similar-ish categories in boutique collectibles. So you're more mid-century modern, but I just don't know, like, why 10 days did I get, and then Saturday happened? I mean, eBay, tell me, don't do this to me. Oh, this would be the perfect place to put in that Nancy Kerrigan sound effect, Bridget. She ordered me to get Nancy Kerrigan, why, when she got hit with the stick. And I was looking at it, and I was like, I just felt too mean. Poor Nancy Kerrigan. I was like, they ruined her career. And I sometimes I just feel too bad for things. Motorcycle Dork said, I felt a foot had been lifted off my business throat. Wait, are you serious? Wait, did I miss anything from Motorcycle Dork? No, he's up here. He said, I've been doing more junk removal and focusing my energy on that. It pays better, unfortunately. And then are you saying that you felt like you had it lifted off because you have a business, you can do some business? Or did eBay take their throat off your neck off your foot off your throat? When Endon sells some of my daily 2K items, I don't have any regard for watchers. You know, just think about it, Biff Boffo, because the watchers can't. It depends on what it is. Now, I happen to be very connected to my inventory, so I know if somebody's watching it. Like if there's because I'm relisting all the time, it makes it difficult for people to follow my items if I kill so if I see somebody going after a specific item, maybe that person sent me a message about it, so I know it's not a buyer. I will keep that one there for a while until they can decide. And it paid off. And by the way, so last week on our show, or 2 weeks ago, Hey Fro Sells was on, and he offered a little piece of advice, which was to upsell. I'm not real psyched on the upselling thing. I don't want to bother my customers. However, 2 times this weekend, I upsold people. They bought multiple items of one item. So 45 records, they bought 2. I contacted them. These CEDs, those big stupid CED Laserdisc things, these guys go cuckoo for them. And I've got NOS ones, and somebody bought 2. Both these people, I said, okay, you paid for 2. Anything else you buy is free shipping. So, and then they bought more. It worked. So yay for that suggestion. I wouldn't do it on many items, except for I specifically was always thinking do it on 45 records and comic books, because those are things that can easily be batched, or anything else that could be easily packed together that are like items. Might be worth it in general sense. These things made perfect sense for me to do that, and it paid off nicely. So thank you, Hey Fro, for that. So Good Karma says eBay took down 2 items off my store and both showed up with red marks. I cannot remove them. 90-day wait. Yes, that's the thing they're doing now. I think it might be an easy way for them to mark that you've had those takedowns, so they don't leave it in like their own data. They just leave it in there. I don't know why they would do that, except to mark your account somehow, and or maybe they're just making you like think about it for 90 days. Like you're so annoyed with it, you're like, okay, fine, I'll never do that again, which is also a good social engineering way to do it. Peeping time, aloha peeping time. 135 for Virgin Killer Scorpion. I wonder, when I looked, there was like 600. I wonder if they are taking that down all the way across the board. Biff Boffo, not a bad theory regarding having a takedown and being scrutinized. I think it could be that. Outdoor Worlds, End and Sell Similar may look like a solution for now when you don't promote, but it also affects in a negative way Google rankings of the items. Sure, I agree. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I just know that's what I'm doing, because I know what I want to achieve. I know what I want to do. I have confidence in my program and my items. I know where I was when eBay halved my sales, and I think I can get back there now because I've got this program going. Do I expect? I always expect the foot to fall on daily ending and sell similar. But eBay says you must do it every 30 days or your items will just not be seen. So in between 1 day and 30 days are 30 little gradations that I can try and see. Like when I started this, before I'd ever heard of basically any eBay reseller stuff on YouTube, we were doing a every 4-day reset. But I found out, like, the second that I saw Hey Fro put a video up about that, that's when I put up my own video showing that I had proof of that for months already. And it did work on that first day. Then the 3 more days were so suppressed that's how the nuclear reset was born. That's how it was born. It was like that. I got all these new sounds to use. I got cowbell. I don't know why we'd need that, but like if I'm ever just whining about something, we can play this. Anyway, so let's see. Patricia, Sunday eBay would not let you upload. What? So eBay was broken this weekend, and for me, I won the brokenness. I totally, for some reason, remember me saying on Saturday when it was happening, I feel like it's Hong Kong Phooey, how he jumps into the cat and things happen and there's levers, but then there's the big, sergeants up there trying to ruin his whole program because he's just a janitor, and then he Hong Kong Phooey's out because he's a #1 super guy. James says certain eBay categories at times go into a queue. Okay, and depending on what day, if there are problems, etc., it can take longer. I had a skateboard the other day take 24 hours to show up. Okay, great to know that. In my particular case, like my entire all the categories I sell in, 20, 30 of them, they all took time, but then they were all in a queue, and then all 200 showed up after about 20 minutes. So I'm wondering if they've now switched over to doing AI checking or they're slowly rolling us all into this pre-check. AI pre, what? Is somebody in here talking smack? Okay, wait. Where's Trina? Somebody, okay, wait, Patricia. Hold on, let me see. I gotta get Patricia. Who do we want? Okay, there's Patricia. Okay, I don't appreciate Trina's wheelchair, and there's somebody else I don't appreciate. I don't. If I can block you, I'm going to. I want to give like superpowers to somebody. No, she does, and then she erases her comments. She's BS. Whoever that is a garbage person, and I will go out on a limb to say that. They're just a Esther, and then they leave, and they don't, whatever. So if you tell me, who do I want to give? Oh my gosh, Hey Froze is here. Hey Fro. If you see Trina again, I expect you to. Oh, how do I give Hey Froze the blue button? Oh, I can't do it from here. Shoot. Well, yeah. Me neither. How do I give people? Are you being fussy? Do you need a bottle of rum? Let's see here. Where are my messages? That was very complicated. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do everything, but I want. She's banned, and whoever he is, there's another coin, some coin life or something that also does the exact same thing. I assume they're fake accounts or somebody is pretending to be them. I don't know. Anyway, off of that. And back onto exciting things from people. Okay. Hey, Froze, you're here. So I want to talk to everybody who's in the house because everybody here is my best friends. And I would like to ask you something. I'm thinking about going on. Okay, I'm thinking of two different scenarios, but one I like better. I want to go on 5 days a week, and that's the first question. Should I go on 5 days a week for like a little over 1 hour, or do 2 days a week and just yap until I'm done for like 2+ hours? And then I want to know if I should go on at 2:30 in the afternoon or 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern, which would be 8 o'clock in the morning West Coast. So if I went on at 11 o'clock in the morning, it'd be for 1 hour. Like 1 hour and 15 minutes, 1 hour and a half, because I'd come on at 11 and I'd be off by 12:30. And then I like to, I'm sort of rotating around the moon of Josh Galt because he's got that 1 o'clock spot, which I don't need to, lives. I'm trying to give people who like to listen, like they can bounce from one podcast to another. So the question is, do we go from 11 o'clock to 12:30 or stay here at this 2:30 hour to 4? But then I wanted to do it 5 days a week. And then at 4 o'clock on Fridays, I have my like tiki show. So then I'd have to go directly from the eBay show to the tiki show. What?
You're making it so confusing.
Really? Wait, hold on. Here you go. Okay. All right, we fixed that. So just let me know how you guys feel about that, and I would like to know how you feel. Primo, another tip when you end and sell similar, do it by ending store categories. What? I got to snort. Interesting. Okay. Write that down. I have to try that. Okay, by categories, ending in stores. Okay, I know what you're saying, so that'd be interesting. Hey, Frosels, happy Monday, guys. I saw you, but now I'm getting down there. Happy Monday, guys. I just learned that my duplicate tool on my last premiere, and yes, I had about 5 per store. What's interesting, hey, Froze, I found out when I had that the 5 were actually ended items. They were just phantoms of those ended items that appeared as a double listing, But if you clicked on them, one was green at the top that said that your item's for sale, and one was gray at the top saying you have ended this. And sometimes the endings were from like 2 weeks ago. And I do end and sell similar on my items every single day. So it's a fragmentation problem. I'm not exactly sure. The database is fragmented, but how or why specifically, I don't know. Yeah, yes. Patricia says it's this Monday 2.0. Yes, it is. Yes. All right. Rip Van Hayfro. eBay Life, aloha. Hey there, Primo in chat. Finally made it live. Welcome. Wonderbag says hello with some cute, colorful emojis. Jack says, Primo Kimo, I'm consistently bad again. Yucks. I hate that. They gave me back my sales the week between the 26th and the 1st. And then they were back. And then that's where, yeah, I was good. I think we were good then. And then on the 1st, it just went poop deluxe for about 9 days, I guess. And then they turned us on for a second. It's a little creepy. Let's see. Hey, I'm a donut for today so far. Okay. No, nothing. Yeah, we sold stuff today. I have a number of, you're doing some local stuff. That's awesome. Oh, Stoic is here. Aloha, Kevin. Kevin, I actually took a screenshot, but I can't figure out how to get the screenshots to work today, of your store where you showed also this gentle incline since, was it on the 9th? Was it Saturday that you noticed a gentle sloping upwards of gentle slopingness? I did watch it this morning, so I don't know if I think that's what I saw. But go check out Kevin, Stoic Reseller. He shows some numbers, clothing sales. He does clothing, mostly clothing. So it has, also, he has high sell-through rate items. So it's good to go see. Mine are not necessarily high sell-through rate. Apple computer stuff, yes. Certain computer things, yes. But certain things are slow and low, which I, like James and even Josh Galt, have these like lower priced items that are slower, that those should be filling up half of our money bag every day. And the other things could be, that's for us. And the other things would be high sell-through rate. Wait, are you done being ornery back there? I release you from your cage. Look at how tiny you are back there. I want to squash your head. Wah, wah, I'm squashing your head. Canadians love that.
So I have an idea.
Wait.
Keep on going.
No, I was just going to read stuff. What's your idea?
Oh, I'm just seeing people giving their suggestions on the time. I think that we do Monday through.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't gotten there yet. You can just wait till I get there. But wait, what is the...
No, I'll put it in the comments.
Okay, thank you. A new day dawning. I had the best sales I've ever had yesterday and did nothing differently. Sold as much yesterday that I usually do in almost a week. I still don't know why, but not complete. No, you are not. And here is a triple air horn deluxe for you on that. We will celebrate all the sales from all the people. Jack says, except for Jack. Jack, I don't know why. I don't know why. But no, you're not alone. You're not alone. And that's concerning. I wanted to come on today and just have everybody be like, yeah, we're back. We're back, Jack. We're back in the driver's seat. And also, Stoic, you said in your thing, is eBay starting to heat up? That's where I got part of my title. And yes, I do. I feel it. So it's like you know it when you know your store, when you're so entwined in your store. It's like, it's definitely matrixy, and it like tentacles go into the like that. You see? Oh, okay. Resell. Let's see. Motorcycle Dork said 12:45 on Friday, then blanked out the entire 3-day weekend. But 12:45 on Friday. Yeah, I know, but still. Hey Froze is saying, Josh Motorcycle Dork, your sales should start to pick up in the coming months due to seasonality. And I would imagine for sure, yeah. But I mean, as soon as people can get out of the house across the country, which is April-ish, yeah. Although that's when everything died last year, so let's not talk about that. Jack says the problem with eBay is that it's very consistent in sales when they choose not to show items. Of course, yeah. Adding great stuff, not being shown too consistent to be random. It's not random. Patricia says my clocks all sell, but it takes several weeks each. Yeah, but if it takes several weeks each, according to the Lothario. Wait, no, it's such a dumb word. What's the word of all the guys who are like sell-through rate dudes? They preach the 100%, the like 85% is where you start, but I'm talking about the people who say 300% sell-through rate. If a clock sells in 2 weeks, my understanding of sell-through rate is very poor, but I would say that's a 600% sell-through rate. Because it sold in 2 weeks, and the sell-through rate's based on 6 weeks. No. Sell-through rate's based on 12 weeks. Right? So if you sell it in 2 weeks, it's 1/6. 600%. Let's just give it to me for that. Standing O on my math. What's that? I couldn't hear you.
A true sell-through rate
No, a real one. We know what the real one is. But the people don't talk about real stuff on eBay. It's eBay business economics. I'm going to try to jump ahead a tiny little bit. Wait, Biff said something. Sold in 7 days, colloquially, is 400% sell-through rate. Okay, so if you sell it in 7 days, that's 400 in the eBay colloquialisms. Dropping the statistics. James says, I'm trying to get my sell-through rate down to 0.00001% so I can build my store quicker. I mean, who needs sales? And nobody. We definitely do not need sales. And your sales are decent. We check in with yours. He's one of the best for putting out his numbers and letting us all see that, which is great. So thank you, James. Motorcycle Dork said eBay let him sell some items for the first 12 days of the year. Not me. They didn't let us sell anything for the first 10 days, and then or whatever Saturday was. I'm probably not naming Saturday as the right day. The 13th. So they let us go 12 days, just leaving our cheese in the wind, and then on the 13th day, kicked us into broken mode, which was good. The store was messed up. Everything was messed up. Didn't know what was happening. Turns out to be a pretty common problem, but I've actually figured out what's technically happening on that is that, I think, is that AI looking at my stuff before they list rather than after. And then people are saying hi, aloha. Who was the, okay, right. Okay, yes, bad. That person didn't come back in, right? Give it to Jack. He's more of a bouncer. Yeah, I don't know how to do it because I'm in my program that does the programming. That does the live stream. So, and it doesn't have like direct features like that somehow. I'd have to go into my live stream and do it, and I can't do that. Although, Spam, you should be doing that. Best friends, yes, I'm coming to Vermont so my friends can feed me for a week. Come on down. We're all farm to table up here. We got like all the different animals you want to eat. You just walk out into a field and just take a bite out of a rabbit. I mean, we got it all here. It's very meat heavy. Well, parts of Vermont are very meat heavy. And then we have the other side, which are just like, I mean, we have it all here. Very, very granola crunchy to just like a sandwich of like 7 different animals. It's all here. What is Patricia saying yes to all? Both yes, all. She's saying just go on just do all the shows all the time. 4 days, 1.5 hours, give us all a day to source. Well, the interesting thing is I also like to respond like over the weekend. Tuesday's too late for me. I want to respond on Monday. So I definitely want to have a show on Monday, but I don't want to get rid of the Tuesday one or the Wednesday one. So yeah. Is everybody, so 5 times, both yes, 4 days, 1.5. Steve Vash would prefer 11. So would I, because I'm a guy who wants to be like 12:30. It's like, let's go let's go play polo or whatever. Let's have a martini and play polo. I definitely am desperate to be a 1980s yuppie still. Like I really just want to be a 1980s, not a new yuppie, a 1980s one. Like the flat tie, like the knit tie that's flat on the bottom. I need that. I got to get one of those. Hayfrost says his were actually duplicates. Well, ours appeared to be okay. It's impossible to talk about that too much because I felt like mine were duplicates at first too, but then when I did it more slowly, I could see that they weren't. But it was nonetheless, if you do the end and sell similar slowly and let those items appear in your store, they will. And it was me jamming too fast with the jam.
Quickly, you remember when you did call and
Yes, I called.
eBay rep did say that
2 bugs in my account.
AI was probably looking at your items. That's why it was taking so long.
Yes, AI was probably looking at my items. Well, so she told me what happened. I'm just now believing her. Let's say that. Because, eBay doesn't have the,
They may not hear me, so
they don't have the track record that I called in with my problem on Saturday. I don't call in very much at all. And I got a good person. She was very sharp and she let me know. She said probably AI is looking at it because I gave her my story that this Virgin Killers was there in my ended listings. Was that putting me into a preview type thing? And she said very well, maybe. So she just backed up my theory. And it makes a lot of sense that they have no way to really check your items. And if they found one in my account, they might just be thinking that, oh, this guy's trying to slip a bunch of junk through. So we're really going to look at his account for a while. Maybe the 90 days till that thing falls off. Just let's go. Can we go with that? Sure. Okay, so now Patricia says, okay, Biff says painful for the, so I was literally wondering about you, Biff Baffa, seeing if you were a late nighter or an early riser. I am an early riser. I'm up at 5 with loving it. I love it. I'm loving it. I'm like at McDonald's with the old guys. The old guys always get to McDonald's at like 6 and they're just sitting there sipping their coffee. And I'm like, I know what that coffee tastes like. Like styrofoam that it's in with the little spoon. Look at the little spoons. We probably are breaking eBay with the resets in the sense that they're just processing extra unnecessary data. There's no reason for them to have to process all these new listings every day because we have to do the nuclear reset just to survive in their system without giving them extra money. So you see, it's basically a huge chess game, essentially. A huge dumb chess game, but it's like playing chess with checkers more, but just trying to remember which piece the checkers are without actually remembering. That's kind of what eBay is now. Yes, Biff, I'd never be up that early. Oh, you won't be? Well, because I'm thinking I'm going to do tomorrow at 11. I was thinking that was how I was going to check it, and I was hoping you would be up at 8. But I understand how you wouldn't be. But I wanted to try one at 11 and just see how it fit, like tomorrow. So maybe we'll do Thursday or something. But I'll talk to you, Jeff. Darth Thrifter, aloha. eBay turned on my aloha, Darth Thrifter. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Darth Thrifter is one of our premium gold star members. I just made that up, but he is. So he gets that because he has given us super chats, and I will never, ever forget him for that. Hey, eBay on my store, finally 12 sales in the past 2 days. Yeah. 21 sales over the weekend, guys. 21 sales. Hold on. At the risk of breaking my own arm. And that's just a pow. And that doesn't even include the other ones from the, does that include the ones from the other store? Anyway, it's so many sales. And Patricia does say that some mornings, some afternoon, evenings are good. The thing is that it's all about consistency on the YouTube. Wants me to be consistent, and I kind of want to be consistent. So that's why I'm pondering these times. Aloha. Wait, I already read that. The wall of Apple has consumed spam. Yes, she is there. Yeah, we thought that would be fun to set up all the new. We got this. This just fell in our lap. Like this weekend, sales are up. It's just like a karma thing. Like I guess we're just coming around on the karma wheel, where we get a little, just like an eyedropper of karma, good karma, squirt. We got this weekend was it. Good for you, Darth. Yes, good for everybody. Had good sales, and the mystery exists still for people who don't. And why we're flip-flopping just really annoys me. Why would I and not you, and then you and not me? And that's just like, I'm going to turn the screws. Do I have any sounds for that? I have the tape gun and the cha-ching.
Just no.
What about?
You don't.
Just about. Could you just about?
Give
me it.
Let me get it. Let me get. You're not. Give me it.
Aww.
Goodbye.
Bye. Love that. Nice work, Darth. Stoic says it was last Thursday that you saw the pop in the algo. Right, it was a couple days before me, but still, it's a pop. It's a pop. It's a pop. Is it in the algorithm? Is somebody at eBay just went, oh, I like this guy, pushes the button? No, but all these things, you know, there's some. Yep, we know. Darth. Let's see. Spam Banshee is in the house. How does 4 shows a week, Monday through Thursday? Monday, 11 a.m. Okay, thank you. Patricia, throw out ice melt. Hopes USPS doesn't slip on ice. You don't want to. Our mail carrier last year broke both wrists falling on the ground. And it wasn't while delivering mail. Otherwise, he probably would have just retired and never come back. He was walking his 2 dogs, and he slipped on ice, fell on his wrists. They both broke, and he never let go of his leashes. He's like, I love my dogs too much. I'll just be broken. Jack says, I'm going through and adding things to my 45 records, item specifics, changing the look. Yes, that's good. That's good. Getting ready to cross-list a district, but these cleanups aren't getting well, I don't know. 300% win rate. Yes. Not impresario. Yeah, not lethargicio. I can't even remember what I was talking about then. Oh, people who do high sell-through rate items. They're running eBay as a Walmart, essentially. Getting the highest sell-through rate items, no frills, looking for that's how they're doing it, and they're picking items with the highest sell-through rates, which is not what we do. Oh, okay, so Kevin was talking about sports ball. I can't think of it either. Okay, so Wonderback says, so eBay put you in a timeout because you listed the naughty item? Yeah, like not in a timeout, but in like maybe. And it's not even a naughty item. It's a misunderstanding, but I can see why the misunderstanding exists, and it's not worth a discussion about it. It's just we don't need to have that item up. And they left that item in my ended listings, and it cannot disappear. So when I go to my ended listings to relist my store, I end all the list. There's nothing in there in my ended items folder except for this one item with the big red bar across the top, and the little checkbox that you could check and do something with it is grayed out, so you can't. So yeah, I think they're just either keeping that there for my purposes or doing it to like kind of keep a track of me. Holy cow. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm lost. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's that thing. Okay, sorry. I'm so lost. 8:12. Okay, I see something that I haven't heard before. I just need to see what you guys are talking about as far as the I can't think of it either. Outdoor Worlds, I like the idea. Okay, spam. 3 shows of 1 hour of fine and pre-recorded video to post the weekend. Yes, we are going to do some pre-recorded videos too, and some shorts, but they have to be distinctly different. Like I don't want to just regurgitate the lives into shorts, because we have like maybe like comedy type thing, like funnier stuff that we'll just make into a short, which is so they don't last too long. Yeah. And then videos on like, for instance, would people like to see videos on like the Apple crapple that we got here? Like you want to see like a score haul thing? Maybe. Sure. Cheese in the wind, Patricia. Yes, that's from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The principal is saying that Ferris just leaves my cheese out in the wind, and then secretary says he makes you look like an ass is what he does. Patricia, an ad interrupted the live for you. What? In the middle of it? I've never been told that before. Did it make me rich yet? There are mid-scroll ads, so let me check into that. I don't want mid-scroll ads. I want them at the ends and not in the middle because that's annoying. Because then you would miss what I'm saying, right? It's very important.
No, I think it just notches them behind whatever seconds, and then they have to speed up.
Well, that's lame because then they're not answering the questions as they come. I don't know about that. I'll make sure because there is a setting for that. I'll check into it. Wonderbag says 8-12-6. Wait, what is Stoic says, Jack, I will do some prison things to meet the current players. Okay, I get it. 8, 12, and 6 every day. Okay. Monday through Friday, 1 hour shows and packing and shipping, 3 hours with questions on Saturday. Go ahead and take Sunday off. Thank you. Appreciate that. I know, seriously. I am trying to figure this out, and the other problem is that we lose actually follow our subscribers on Friday because the Tiki show and the eBay content, they don't really merge together well, no matter how hard I really want them to. So I might have to move my Tiki show to my other channel that I have that's sort of established, but we'll see. That's not happening right now. So aloha, Thrift Raider. Thrift Raider, I do not think I've seen you before. Aloha, welcome to the show. Finally catching a live. I got an ice day at work and got to stay home. Well, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. Wonderbag says, and his store, which glistening in the moonlight, sloped gently upwards. Yes, exactly. Landshark Picker, what's up today? We're talking about the little problem I had over the weekend, which is really a long-standing problem on eBay about your store numbers not coming in right. And then we're also talking about, we're always talking about how great eBay is and how it's really just no problem to list on there. And then my sales heated up. Something happened on Saturday. Everything seems okay, and it wasn't for 10 days. So it switched me on, and then it sounds like it switched other people's off. So I don't know. Oh, Biff is a former pastry chef who can adapt. So pastry chef, I've done that before. I worked at the first West Coast Whole Foods market in maybe 1990 in Palo Alto, California, and I worked at upfront jobs mostly, like in the little, like where they have the coffee and stuff. I was a barista. That's what I was in my early days. And I used to get so jacked on coffee and just kind of be myself here, but like in a coffee environment, I was very, talking a lot. And that was good for the barista business, actually. And this couple of times I had to fill in and get there at 4:00 and go downstairs into where all the things were and do all the pastries. That was work. I don't like it. Now I sell on eBay. His store was pressed. Oh, sorry. Aloha Soam. Aloha Soam. Also, that's a new word. We got to figure out what to use that for. Soam. Just Kath. Good morning, Just Kath. Welcome. Sorry I'm so far behind everybody. I'm going to try to bust through all these things. It's not karma. It's giving us a small taste to keep us going. That's actually Darth Thrifter. That's really probably more or less what it is. Giving us our little num of morphine or whatever. Put a little morphine in the milk. Give it to the kids so they feel good. Yeah, that's totally what it is, I think. That's what I think, actually. The little things matter. I need buttons to press while I talk around in public. You do. Like James, like this little thing right here that has all the noises on it. That's one of we have a couple of things with noises on it. This stays plugged into the computer all day. So when spam comes in and she says something funny or, whatever, I'll just be like, I'll just press the buttons. So basically all I do here to do this show right now is turn a camera on and a light. Otherwise, I'm probably just talking like this all day long, which drives her crazy. That's why she's hiding behind a whole bunch of apples. There's an apple field, apple plantation, apple farm, apple something. What do you call an apple where they have like apple? Thank you. It's an apple orchard. I'm so clever. Aloha 80s is here. Aloha. Outdoor World's another idea to avoid eBay. Whatever in our lives is to buy an abandoned mine and start production and YouTube channels. I have enough knowledge to make it work, but I live far porcupine. That's what it says. I live far porcupine. Yeah, I mean, YouTube channels it feels a lot like eBay to me, YouTube. If you don't mind being, in the public eye, it feels very genuinely like even sometimes still when I do eBay, YouTube and eBay to me feel similar because you have to figure out things and do things. And, this is just a product, but eBay is like a creative side. I'm sorry. YouTube is like the creative side to eBay. I think it feels very similar and natural to me to do YouTube if you're an eBayer. I don't know if everybody feels like that. The recorded videos will be there. You make the best money on here. Recorded videos, or James, do you mean on the lives or on the videos? Because the videos pre-recorded, right? Because the lives kind of drop off after a week or so, and you really don't want to go look at a live later because the information's so current that it's no longer current. So after a week, a live loses its shiny shimmeriness. So yes, so videos I know are good. I just don't know, and we've made a lot of them in the past. I just not sure what to do. Like, I know what to do. Totally contradicting myself, everything that comes out of my mouth. I know what to do. I kind of know how to do it. It's kind of like promoting. I just don't want to yet because I don't feel like I'm ready to do it yet or something. With my glistening promoted listings. Let's see. Biff says, I usually hate score hauls, but yours might be interesting. Or the other option might not be a score haul. It might just be an informational haul. Like if I show you Apple stuff, you might learn something about Apple stuff you don't know, which helps you in California, especially where you might come across lots and lots of Apple stuff. It's possible, unless I cleaned you all out of California already. Because I actually cleaned out schools. So schools got rid of their old Apple stuff at the turn of the century, essentially. So because of Y2K, all universities got new computers. They got rid of all their old stuff they had been put in closets, whatnot. They made all the professors get rid of all their old stuff, that kind of thing. So I bought all that, and I did great for decades. And arcade game stuff. We bought multiple businesses out and just sold it for years and years and years and years. Patricia, Primo scores would be really fun. Oh, cool. Well, thank you, A. And 2, we'll try to do something about stuff, but maybe not a haul or score, but more just hold on. Because we are shifting gears here and we're going to start dumping items onto eBay because we want to build up our goods. We have 2,000 stores, we have 2 stores. One has 2,000 items. One has 200 items. We want to build up the 200 item store to 2,000 items. We want to build up the 2,000 item store by taking some of the lower sell-through rate items from our good store, put them in the other store, which is Junk Drawer Empire, by the way. And leave that there just to sort of percolate and then do resets on it and fill it full of our B inventory, stuff that isn't cool enough to meet the Primo power expectation. And so that'll make our primary store much better, and it'll make our junk drawer store a little more like old school eBay, where it's all long tail items and we just sort of put, when we first opened it, we said no item over $40 in it. And then we said no item over $100. So anyway, you kind of have to like choose. But like, so for instance, a Lego box for a Lego set. I got a whole bunch of them and they were really free. So, but they're good Lego. So they're like a Lego Ghostbusters car or whatnot. So those boxes sold for like $35, something like that. But I wouldn't want to put those on my primary store because they're Lego boxes. It's just not cool. Legos are cool if they're in the box, but just an empty box, that's not that cool. So I'd put that over in Junk Drawer Empire. That's our goal. So then they have 2,000 stores that you can pay $60 a month for, do a nuclear reset every day. That's a sort of like maybe the plan. But if we could make videos about the stuff that we're bringing up to put online, as opposed to a haul, we already have the stuff, and we'll just show you what we're putting up, and maybe talk about why we're putting up because it's so awesome, or because that's all we have to put up or whatnot. But thank you, Patricia. I appreciate that. I hate when I do just a little tiny movement and then everything goes away. It's nice to have a Friday break from eBay. So maybe then we don't do a Friday show. We do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 11. And then we do Tiki at 4 on Friday. What would that get? I want to try tomorrow at 11 just to see how it feels and everything. Because that's really where I ideally like to be, but you know how it is.
Hey,
yes.
I'm jumping, but Hot Wheels told us how to get rid of that.
Hot Wheels, aloha. We have seen you before, right? But welcome. Hold on, I'm seeing right now. What?
You can do what Hot Wheels has suggested.
Primo, get rid of the listing that was removed by going into the app on your phone. Under unsold, swipe on the left on it and delete.
Here. I think I can do it.
Wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
Look.
Wait, I can't see.
So right here, look. Delete.
Okay, don't do it yet.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna go.
Here.
We're gonna go live.
Here, take my phone.
Okay, take my phone, please. Hold on. Here, we're going over here. Okay, I'm showing you this on the desktop just so we can verify this here thing. So we're going to Scorpions. Okay, there it is. Scorpions, right there. It's right here now. See it? Virgin Killers, Scorpions, 1976 cassette tape. Not a good thing to sell on eBay, apparently. Now, I'm also on the app right here, and I'm going to do exactly as was just instructed.
You go big.
Me go big?
Well,
I want to do it this way. Thank
hold
you.
that to the camera.
You're being annoying.
The violin.
Oh, I did it. It just did it all at once. See, that's why I didn't want to bother showing it. I did it. Okay, here we go. Yeah! All right. That is... Hold on, one more time. Hot Wheels 31, you have changed my life for the better. We will now jump up to where I left off. And I will go big. Stoic, Saturday was one of my worst days. If not for Poshmark, you would have been sorry. Well, don't ruin my Saturday just because yours was bad. Oh, I got another one for that. Hold on. Oh, yeah, that would work too. I like that one. I got one for if we did have bad people in the... I'll save it for if there's a bad person and I have to put them on hold. I can put you on hold. And we just sit here. But nobody's on hold right now, so we don't need that. Okay, so Primo, I think making a recorded video for my old Mac is a great idea. You will make good money from that, and you can get some of them to work. That will be awesome. I do. I get them all to work. I know how to do surface level soldering of surface level components. So New circuit boards are multiple layers, and they have like machines put all the stuff on it. I can't deal with those. But old computing stuff where you can actually, like 1980s stuff, I can pretty much fix most of it. And then if there's usually a video on YouTube to show you how to do it if you're not good at it. And I can do things like, belt drives on turntables, and turntables are easy, but tape decks, that's kind of difficult. And YouTube, yay. YouTube's better than eBay. I'm just going to say that right now. Okay, so remember that, sweetie. Let's do a video on the Apple Crapple. I call it Crapple. Steve Vesh says exactly why Jason T. Smith doesn't have many subs or views, even though he put out great content for years. It was all live streams. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Jason's a friend of ours. We've been on his show a few times, and he quit. He kind of quit YouTube, so I understand. And that is okay. Okay, we need to start doing vids. Just gonna plaster. The thing is I didn't want to. I feel like it's too much exposure, but no, I guess not. People can choose. I trust you guys know what you want to watch and don't want to watch, so I gotta just trust people and then give them a lot of things to choose from. Biff says, "Have I had all the arcade cabinets over the years?" Yes, I've had them all. I wonder if we could. It won't. Next time. I found some old videos like of my warehouse of my video games, and then in my cool basement where I had an arcade and a tiki bar around in the Y2K times. And I had like Star Wars game. I've had all the pinball machines, like Williams pinball machines from the 80s. Like, so something from like, I'm trying to, with the cop one. It was like my favorite one. Anyway, all the pinball games from the 80s. Earthshakers is one, the Williams pinball games. And I still have in the basement, I actually got so sick of Gauntlet, I took it apart and sold the parts. And I sold the parts for about $2,000 while and I still have the carcass of the Gauntlet in the basement because it's too big to get out of the basement. So I couldn't have we actually did some renovations after the arcade games were down in the basement, and you can't get out the Gauntlet. So I took it apart and sold the parts, and the carcass is still down there, sad. I've also got a Donkey Kong, a Track and Field, and a Missile Command, and something else. And I pretty much have like multi-games. You can switch them from multi-game or use their original board sets. Patricia says, Jeff, my package finally got to Long Island by way of Nebraska and North Carolina. Glass item, not broken. That is a tribute to your packaging. The Quirky Picker, Chad. We have seen you before, Chad, but welcome today. I love selling vintage computer stuff. Nice, yes. And we are back to Hot Wheels 31, who gave me the way. So now it's getting very... Tommy Bernard was commenting on John Flipping and Easy's podcast the other day. He also commented on ours last week, and some other people have been talking about it, chatter about how the app is, eBay wants you to use the app over the desktop. Now, I know from computing that, you have one computer sort of that runs your database where all your other peripheral servers get their data from. So there is a server for mobile. There's a super simplified. A server for mobile, a server for desktop, and they're totally different. And up until recently, the mobile one has always sucked more than the desktop. Desktop's always been priority. But since companies have been putting in so much into mobile's been so hot for a decade, now pretty much mobile's taking over. 60% of people buy stuff from mobile on eBay or more than that now. So they're even trying to get sellers to go there. That's why all the desktop stuff starts looking like mobile frames, and they're using size-aware content and everything. Anyway, if you wanted to use, there's also probably mobile sites still alive on eBay. So if you shrunk your Chrome down enough, it gets all skinny. There's a way to look at your more tools, developer tools. I forget how you do it. But anyway, you can look at your you could look at it in mobile form, but that will be not mobile, but mobile desktop. Anyway, I don't think anybody cares about what I just said. I don't even care about what I said. I almost made myself ill by saying what I said. I flipped Biff Boffo flipped 2 jukeboxes. Was so relieved each time. I finally learned not to do it anymore. Jukeboxes are terrible. We did used to have one in our basement. It was a 74, row 74. I like the AMI 150. If I could get one of those, I would get it. It's the bubble with like the drive-in movie screen behind it with the bubble. I would keep that though. I wouldn't buy them and sell them. Jukeboxes are a pain in the butt, but I have fixed them. They're pretty easy animals to fix, and they all have this weird like old pizza smell. Just jukebox smell, like this pizza dust, because they were all in pizza places. Maybe. Patricia saying another ad. I'm sorry, guys, if there's so many ads. I'll turn that off. Promise. I got to figure out how to do that, but I will turn it off. Jack wants James to do the Truman Show 24-hour live cam. I think that would be kind of fun. You do have a doggy cam live video. Glad I did them so I can try to watch Vern. Stop. What do we use for Vern? Hold on. I've got a sound here. Maybe I don't. Do I still have it? It's just a little. Oh yeah, right. It's just the heavenly sound. Precious Vern. Hot Wheels. That's the only way I have found to get. Nope, that's it. That's the way to get rid of them. I'm so surprised nobody ever pointed that out. I mean, I looked at a lot of places, but anyway. I'd like to see some Tecmoan style repairs. Tecmoan. I don't know what that is, but I'll look it up. Tecmoan. That's either a misspelling or it's actually a real thing. I'm going to assume it's a real thing. Let's see. My boring reseller. True story of divorce. Finalized last year. Let my ex have the house, the equity. It took the 3 dogs. Would do it again. It was cheap. You lost 120 pounds real quick. That's a funny joke. That's how you indicate a joke. Let's see. Jack says, poor girl, hope for a speedy recovery. Love the puppies. Oh, wait, were you talking about your doggy? Missy, surgery. Yes, she's going into for surgery. Good. Yes, good to hear that. The doggy, one of the Yorkies, Jack's Yorkies, has a hernia that she'll be operated on, and she's the alpha dog, so she keeps the other 2 in check. I see. Wendy, aloha, Wendy. I don't recall seeing your name before. You have a vintage Centipede arcade in the garage. We used to own a pub and had it in there. Everyone loved it. Yep, it's great. Does it still work? Centipedes have they just over time you need to maintain them. Generally speaking, if one of your arcades don't work and it's not the monitor, they are temperamental beasts and they're old now. So, but if your board doesn't work, if you can play the game but your monitor doesn't work, you can take the chassis off the monitor, send that in for like $150, have that fixed, put that back. You have a great game. If your monitor works but the board just doesn't do the right things blindly, you can't play it blind, then you take out the board, send that away, $150, and then it works again. Or you could do the work yourself, but that is difficult, mostly because you have to do a lot of testing of components. Wonder Bag has to pay attention to their glistening store. Yes. Wonder Bag, aloha. Let's see. Patricia, actually, I didn't know YouTube put ads in lives. There's something about mid-scroll ads, but I didn't know if they did that. I'd never heard anybody talk about it. I'd never seen one before. So obviously I have to uncheck that. I think I know what it is, specifically a mid-roll ad. And then it says, let YouTube manage it for you. And that's the problem. So Tecmoan is a channel I would dig. Yes, I will go check that out. Amy says, Wendy, very cool. You've got a upright asteroids. Awesome. Does that still work? Because that's got the spot killer. So like the center of the asteroids, the little it's a vector monitor, so it draws lines as opposed to an RGB graphics. And then in the center of it, there's a little pinpoint of really, really bright light. And if the cap's on your spot killer fade, it'll burn like a hole in the center of your screen. And that's a real simple little board you install for about $40, a spot killer. And you can fix that. You'll still have a little hole in your screen, but you won't have that bright light right in the center. Wendy, the last time we had it on was 2015, guaranteeing it's not going to turn on right away. But mostly what you can do is, if you find that it's just like kind of behaving poorly, but the screen sort of comes on and it sort of makes noises, take the board out, take an eraser, erase the edge connector, the brass on the edge of the edge connector, gold, whatever. I think it's brass, but Jack says, spam Banshee, have a good vet, don't have good eBay. Would be nice. It's hard to break the routine of listing on eBay to create new routines. It's a real mind F. It's a real mind F for those of us who have been doing this for so long, and then they just change it all. It's less than optimal. And then I'm refreshing the chat right now. It crashed, so I don't have any chat to look at. So I'm just gonna sit here and play the Uncle Buck thing.
No, but
Oh no!
you don't. Would you just?
Oh, there it is.
Give me. Let me get it. Let me get. You're not. Give me a. Oh.
Oh, goodbye. No. Okay, we're at the end, I think. Are we at the end? It's a good place to stop. At the end. Spam Banshee came on and just, no, not to respond to her. I'm a creature of habit. I understand the feeling. Patricia, my Etsy is doing well. Yay! Okay, everybody. Here's what we're going to do for the plan. So tomorrow we're going to come on at 11 a.m. We're going to check it out. We're going to check this out. I don't know why I keep thinking of Fatboy Slim every time I say that. So we're going to come on at 11 a.m. tomorrow. We are going to, it's tentatively till 12:30. We are going to definitely be off by 1 for Josh Galt. So you're going to be able just to go boom, boom. And that's what I think is going to be cool. Now, in my position myself before Josh Galt, I put myself in the position to have him respond to me as opposed to the 2:30 spot where I could respond to him. But anyway, that's what I'd like to do. So tomorrow is going to be at 11:30. I will call Hey Fro Cells. It sounds like he is not planning on being alive at that time, but we will see how that goes. And then we'll just see how that goes. That's all we can do. So tomorrow's going to be 11 a.m. pre-Josh Galt. And maybe it will be so amazing, or maybe it will suck, and we will go from there. Oh, wait. Amy's saying, is that like a few? Is that like a, 11 is too early? Oh, that's like a yes, sir. Okay, 11. Yes, okay. So we'll see you then. And thank you all for joining us today. And I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys for jumping in. I don't see Georgia. I wanted to thank her again personally for going through, once I shared my store and everyone could see it. I really appreciate her time and helping me understand that quickly because it, been going on for a while. Tommy Bernard's coming in at the end. Aloha. And he was packing, and the problem with the website is the Band-Aids are so thick already and the coders are leaving. And that's what it seems like specifically as far as the numbers in the store being wrong. It just seems like a fragmentation issue, which is not serious. All of your items show up on eBay. I mean, whether or not there's duplicates, my duplicates, I feel like they were an ended item and a fresh one, but you have to be delicate with the reset right now by doing it slowly. So I relist 200 items and then wait for them to show up in my store. And even by the end of my nuclear reset with 2,000 items listed, it shows 270 items in my store. But I did go through the duplicate item offsite program on eBay, which is whatever net. And then you can just search for duplicate eBay items, and it'll bring up a little online thing that you can checks your store for you, and then throw them a couple bucks if you like it, because it's actually a really cool tool. It's been around for a while. And what's the other point? The other point was, I forget. Tommy said the Band-Aids are so thick. Yes, and so that it's definitely a fragmentation. Just how that's implemented and where that fragmentation is unknown. But my belief is that in order to defrag a drive, you have to take stuff down to do that. So I think they can't do that now. And then Tommy is just coming in saying that they're losing programmers. So you would need those to do that. Plus, there are so many Band-Aids and patches. If you take off one Band-Aid, you might be squirting out vital juices all over the place, and you can't do that. So I don't know what they're going to do to catch up with everything, but it's definitely a Band-Aided website, which you can tell, especially if you own multiple accounts that don't look the same. Obviously, there's differences, and it's not geographical or anything. It's just when you signed up for eBay, your store might look different, or your shipping interface might look different. There are different things. eBay has to pay 2 totally different teams to code the app and site. Yep. The other thing is that mobile server and desktop server are different servers. They're pulling off the same database in the center, but they're different. And mobile you can access the mobile desktop site. So you can access on your main computer. You can access a mobile site, but that's mobile eBay. That is not actual iPhone type mobile. It's just Chrome that fits on your screen properly. eBay, multiple data centers cause this. Yeah, I mean, it's not supposed to. Data centers are just supposed to cloud it all out. But they don't. And Tommy says, JL said, podcast, the coder thing is huge. The loss of tribal knowledge is something they can't replace. Nope, absolutely not. And Tommy agrees with that. A friend in the UK goes to campus there often. They told him it's like changing a car motor while driving down the freeway. Yes, no, absolutely. That's actually a term I've heard before. It's very, very difficult to take down a 24-hour a day, 7-day-a-week platform that has the kind of infrastructure issues that eBay does without ruining the experience across the board. And if you think we're annoyed now, if they tried something like that, and that might technically be some of the major issues over the last 10 months, a year, they could be trying to do some of that stuff in the background. And that's why you can pull up the Seller Hub and app. Yeah, Tommy, I don't know if you're listening, but I had this weekend I had a takedown item of that Virgin Killer by Scorpion, and it went into my desktop ended listings with a big red thing saying, "You violated the world, you are going to die," and it doesn't. The little checkbox doesn't allow you to get rid of it. And Hot Wheels 31 came on and said, "Do it on your phone." Did it on my phone and disappeared. It's gone. So they're definitely putting way more value on there. And I mentioned that you had been saying that. They're putting a lot more value on that on the mobile app, and I hate them for that. But I guess that's most certainly can do it that way. We'll have to. B-Dog is back. Had to take sales to post office. All right, a full strike. Is that what that emoji is? A ball and 3 pins. It's strike. Right? That's how you do it. Sports ball. It's the full hub, but small. Exactly. My glasses are so big. I can't get bigger glasses. You know how big my glasses are going to have to be to use the app? But I have a Chrome shortcut to eBay on my phone. Yes. And I heard you were messing with Virgins this weekend, you dirty man. No. But it is interesting. I'm trying to remember if back in the 70s, so in 1977, Scorpion's Virgin Killers comes out. It's got the 5 dudes on the Aloha. Thank you so much, Relax to the Best Scenes. Thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Super chats are awesome. I love a super chat. Look how blue that is. That just sparkles up the entire chat. Look, doesn't it? It's like magic. We need the harp sound again, I feel like. Okay, hold on. I'll do harp. That's the super chat sound, I think. So thank you. What was I saying? I was saying hi to Big Dog. He's back. Then it's a tiny little seller's hub. Well, we were mean to the dirty virgins. No, to the virgin killers. So the actual American album has the 5 scorpions on the front, but there is a European band in the European Union, I assume banned here. You can search it if you want to look at basically child porn.
No.
Yeah. Don't search. I'm not telling you to search it. I'm saying if you choose to search it, understand what you're searching, essentially. People mostly, they put things over, to block, but the actual picture is not edited. And I think I'm trying to remember if in 1977, I would have been a young kid. I feel like I should have known about this. Or maybe I just forgot about it. I don't know. But nonetheless, I will never list that album again because of the truth of the reality. And Amy says there's definitely a delay between centers. I mean, there's what we call in the industry, because we're so fabulous in the data industry. Now I can't remember what it's called. Latency. So latency causes a lot of problems. It drives her crazy. She's like, if my mouth doesn't line up with on the YouTube. Yeah, digital latency is totally a thing. And if you're running, this is the other thing I was telling Bridget, is that when we go into sorry. Please don't take that out on me when we go off the live. I'm sorry. Sorry, I have to be honest with you are going to try to assassinate me when we get off of here now. So I was explaining to Spam Banshee that they make little virtual machines. So a server, so if you have a server and it's online, AWS or whatever, it makes little virtual machines within that machines, which dedicates a little piece of the RAM and the CPU and everything. Are you falling asleep, sweetie? Looked like you just took a nap because I was talking about this. And that's basically the thing. So when you have a server, it's a piece of a real server. It's a big server and it's tinier. Why did I say that? I felt like it was important. They will have to eventually make drastic decision to resolve it before the wheels fall off at some point. Yes, they will. And the wheels falling off may not happen because if they could push us all onto the mobile app, and then they could take down the desktop, fix it, put the desktop back up, take down the mobile app, fix it, that kind of thing. I think the mobile app probably has less issues, but since they have to talk, the main database server is the one that probably has the fragmentation and the weirdness in it. Really appreciate that. Relax the best scenes. Totally appreciate that. Love your vids, y'all. The Tommy Bernard says eventually they'll have to do a Macari type deal. The site is a hybrid of the app. Yeah. And Tommy Bernard, what about that one album that has the underage girl? Yes, that's the one, Tommy. Virgin Killers. And I put it up without the underage girls isn't on it. But somehow on Friday, whenever I did my nuclear reset, those items showed up in my store immediately. All items show up immediately. On Friday, I had this virgin killer come down the second I listed it. It wasn't a human. It was the computer, AI, whatever, processed it, took it down. Then I started having the problems with items I was ending and selling similar, not showing up on my store quickly. And that's what made a really bad number in my store. It said 696, but there was 1,200. So then the next time I took down my entire store and I relisted everything again. And I, this time, waited for those 200 at a time to show up in my store. And it actually worked. That's how I got the number to be right. At the end, it showed more items than I had, but I checked for doubles and there weren't any. So it's phantom, but nonetheless. Aloha Major Win. Really, oops, sorry. There you go. Appreciate the super chat. That's awesome. 2 blues in the house. I love it. Isn't that amazing? We are raking it in. Let me see if that's actually, did we make more on the chat today than we did on, let me look how much we made today. Oh, no, we did have sales today. Hey, good on us. Wow, we had good sales today. We're over 200 already. That's shocking. But that's how this week has been going. So that's I know. Don't tell anybody. Knock on wood. Where's the wood? I don't know. It's just find some. That's wood. You know, people say knock on wood, and they look around for wood. They're not sure they're really getting wood. That's what she said. Your face is all glowing back there. It's all blue. You look like a Smurf. Okay. We got to go, right? Should we go soon? I really appreciate that. Major win and relax to the best scenes. Okay, so we're going to go now. We're going to be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. We will be the lead-in to the Josh Galt live, and then we'll see how that goes. And we'll see if everybody likes that. You're Violet. Love it. Okay, kids, talk to you tomorrow. Do I have any new other sounds that I wanted to do? I just wanted, so next time, I'm not going to allow that Trina person in here. I'm going to give her the blue thing. And then, does anybody know how to give out the blue things? There's a video. Okay, we'll do it on the video. Okay. But if we do have a bad person in the chat, I'm going to put them on hold. This is my favorite thing. And then we'll just talk about that person like they're not here because they're on hold. The first one clip, Josh Galt's bean wins. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to be. I have a whole thing on doing some comedy about my favorite YouTubers, YouTube eBayers, and I was already in Josh Galt's in his little space there when he took off for a few weeks. Okay, guys, we will see you tomorrow, and I will at 11 o'clock. And love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Hope your sales are good. 11 o'clock tomorrow. Aloha.